Hello, all you beautiful humans. So I'm going to bring you a little collective tarot reading. I've already pulled the cards, so we're going to just run through these three cards today and see what the message is for the collective at the moment. So I've been feeling a lot of the feels today. A lot of people are going through just that sense of overwhelm. So I think this will bring a lot of clarity for this time for many people out there. So I hope this resonates with you. Okay, so the first card that I picked is the Justice card. So if you can just bring yourself to be aware of the purple cloth behind him and the two pillars and then the scales as well that he's holding over there and then the sword. Okay, so the Justice card, I think it is really apt for right now. It's all about bringing balance and also showing and bringing light to the spaces inside yourself as well as inside the world, bringing light to those spaces that are not in balance. The zodiac sign is Libra, so it's about the scales as well. And this, particularly for me right now, is bringing a message to say that within ourselves, there is a lot of imbalance happening, and our inner world is representing the outer world at the moment. So because there's so much imbalance in the outer world right now, or there always has been, but it is being brought to the surface right now. Because that is being shown to us, it also shows us that there's something within ourselves that are imbalanced. And in fact, that is where the imbalance started. It started within us. So this is showing, especially with his sword, it shows that it's a double-edged sword. So what seeds are you sowing right now in order to manifest the outer world that we desire? Because technically and essentially we actually have created this manifestation of what is going on in the world right now just by how the state that we express our beings every day because of that imbalance. And it's also personally bringing you to look and reevaluate what are your needs and what are your desires, because maybe something that before lockdown you've been so thinking that a certain thing or a certain way that you live is a need, and now it's being shown to you that it actually was just a desire. So it's calling you to reevaluate what are your needs and what are your desires, and how to bring this more back into balance for your higher good and for the higher good of the collective as well. So something I want to just bring to your attention is maybe you could ask yourself, what seeds are you sowing to manifest the life that you want right now? Bring your attention to that. Are you sowing seeds of hatred and stress and fear and anxiety and lack and fear of not being looked after? Or are you sowing seeds of trust and everything is happening the way it needs to happen? Everything is clearing out so that all the new and the amazing, this amazing expression of life is coming back. So yeah, just look at those questions within yourself as well. And then also in terms of the purple cloth, it is asking for a lot of compassion. So right now I think particularly what is the message for me that's coming up is that we are needing to have a lot of compassion for ourselves right now, because there's so much coming up and feels that we may not want to be feeling. And it's just calling for you to have that compassion for yourself, and also that understanding and that compassion that it is happening to everyone else as well. Also for me, the sign of purple is intuition. So bringing back the balance of how logic and intuition works together. So I always call back onto this topic, but the topic of the masculine and the feminine, because we've been living in such an imbalanced way, so much in the masculine, so much in the logic, so much in the action and the doing, we have been pushed to open our eyes to how that is such an imbalance. And not one is better than the other, but it's to start seeing that intuition is actually what guides logic. They work together. So without one, it is an imbalance. So seeing that globally as well on Earth, we bringing back that balance of intuition and logic, and then internally we bringing back the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the intuition and the logic working together within ourselves as well. So that's quite an exciting card. And also, the pillars is the physical constraints that we have on planet Earth right now. So it again comes back to that intuition and to spirituality, how we've been living very much in that physical, like very intense way, things that are just not serving us anymore, and how that is actually something that was limiting us. And if we just allow this balance to unfold, it will not be a limitation anymore, because we're bringing in all this other amazing spirituality and other states of consciousness that we have never really delved into before. Okay, and moving on is the 8 of Wands. So this is all about movement and bringing back stability. So the number 8 is all about regeneration. So while all this injustice is happening, it is all coming to the surface so that everything that is unjust is going to be obliterated. And it's a very exciting sign that we have this regeneration, this rebirth. So movement is going to happen, but it can only happen when all this injustice has been brought to the surface and when it has been cleared out. And that gets cleared out by love. So just completely think about those seeds that you're sowing. Sow that seed of love so that the movement and the regeneration and the rebirth can begin. And that's this amazing, if you see this little house here, it's all about the stability and the structure. It is going to come back. And especially it being a number 8, that it's all about rebirth, and transformation is not always easy. So that is what we are going through at the moment. It's just about allowing that and doing the work as well, seeing your own shadow self and seeing how that our inner world is a representation of the outer world at the moment and always. So don't be too afraid to check up on your own icky stuff on the inside as well. And then after the 8 of Wands is the 2 of Cups. So such a beautiful, harmonious card. It's all about, so if you see the wreaths, it's about that victorious state of grounding and stability and spirituality. So the physical and the spiritual world working as one and not against each other. So the 2 as well is about balance, harmony, and the amazing lion. It's all about that passion. So it's allowing us to not burn the candle at both ends as the way we have been doing in the old world. This is going to be the perfect balance of give and take, where we are strong like the lion, but we are also soft, and we have this stability and this foundation, and we are held and supported by something greater than us as well. And finding partnerships and finding community, a lot of harmony, the way we live will come back to harmony and come back to balance. We're just in a state of cleansing and clearing. So just hold on to that feeling that everything is going to move and everything is going to work out for the greater good of us and the collective as well, and for Mother Nature. So I hope this resonated with you, and I'm sending you all love and light.